I was just calling to say that I hope you're okay.
So my name is Nora. Those who don't know me, I'm a YouTuber and currently I'm working on a project. This will be my first episode and it's called Life After Love, and it's going to be posted on my YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe. Very sensitive podcast that I created in honor of my late mom, and I'm going to be just helping out everyone who is going through grief and just advising you guys and just showing you my journey. Yeah, and I hope you guys like it and hope you guys can learn from it.
What is the name Life After?
So Life After Love basically is just a podcast that I started, and I feel like it's mostly like when you lose someone who is very close to you and you have to continue with your life after that. So it's not easy, yeah, and I feel like most people will resonate with that.
Who should listen to Life After Love?
Life After Love is for anyone who is going through a tough time. Maybe you've lost a loved one, maybe you've lost a very significant relationship, maybe with your parents, with someone who is very, maybe your boyfriend or girlfriend, just anyone going through grief in short. It doesn't have to be like a death of a loved one. It can be just death of a relationship, death of just anything that is very important to you.
Do you have a specific target audience for Life After Love podcast?
Yeah, my target audience is just anyone dealing with grief. Anyone.
What's one advice you have right now for somebody currently dealing with grief?
If you're feeling angry, if you're feeling lonely, just go through it. Don't suppress it.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Nora. I love swimming. I love nature. Yeah, nature has been the best therapy for me, and I feel like just there's healing in nature. Okay, so you have to first acknowledge that this is not going to be easy. You have to be ready for all the kinds of emotions you're going to be going through. Recently, I lost my mother, and I've been going through all the phases of all the different emotions of grief, and I feel like it's something that people don't talk much about. And if you go to social media, if you go anywhere, it's not a topic that is mostly talked about, and most people actually go through it. So yeah, I feel like you guys we need to create a platform where we can create a community to talk about this kind of topic.
How do you suggest people deal with grief?
Okay, so the first step you have to acknowledge the pain. You have to accept that this kind of grief is going to come in different forms of pain, and it's going to alter your life. And you, at some point, you're going to feel helpless. At some point you're going to feel hopeless. At some point you're going to lose the meaning of life. You're going to lose the purpose. So you have to actually try and fill your life with a purpose, with something that at least you can live for. Yeah.
What do you mean by acknowledge the pain?
When you lose someone, who you love so much, like your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, it's not an easy journey. Like, it's not something that is easy. It's very, 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 it's a very terrible feeling, and it's painful. You wake up in the middle of the night thinking about this person. You have to go around your day thinking about this person. Something interesting has happened in your life and you have no one to share it with. So it's not something that that's the pain of it. Because after the funeral, after the funeral arrangements, the burial, like, that's where the grief starts. That's when your burial starts. That's when, because you lose yourself. You've lost this person and you actually lose yourself, and that's where it starts. So it's painful because you have to live with it.
Can everyone or anyone deal with grief?
Yeah, grief comes for anyone. Death, how death works. It doesn't choose. It can be the president's daughter, you can be the prime minister's child, it can be anyone, you can be the president himself. So it does not choose. So this is something that is global, this is something that affects every individual, and this is something that everyone has had to go through at one point of their life. So yeah, it's important for us to put like a limelight on such a topic.
Do you advise people to seek support when they're going through grief?
Yeah, support is very important, because most of these things you don't know how to. It could be your first time, you don't know how to go through it, and you actually need a very solid support, be it your family, be it your friends. And if for me, let me just share a little bit. For me, I remember the first few weeks was very difficult, because I did not want to talk to anyone. I alienated myself from the world, and I did not want to seek any support. And for some time it was actually useful, because you give yourself time to reflect, you give yourself time to actually process kila kitu, you process the emotions. But after a while you might need to seek therapy if if you feel you cannot continue with your life after that. And if therapy is not an option, you can seek your family, your friends, your relatives, because people will be there for you. You will not miss a friend or two who are there for you.
Other than therapy, is there any support system?
Maybe I can say maybe a community. You need to find a community or talk about it. Actually, talking helps. Talking actually helps. Look for a friend. Just talk about it. And if you're this friend who has someone who is grieving and who is going through these complex human emotions, just be there for them. Just listen. If this person starts talking about their loved ones, just listen. Just give them an open ear. You don't have to fix them. You just have to listen. Yeah.
Do you feel like you dealt with your grief the right way?
Okay, so another thing you need to know is there's no right or wrong way. Some people everyone deals with it differently, so I don't think there's a right or wrong way to deal with this. You have to just deal with it as it comes, and just try as much as possible to not involve yourself in toxic habits, because if you're down and then you put yourself more down, it's not going to help you. Just try to fill your life with things that are positive, but at the same time, just there's no right or wrong way. So there's no manual. Hakuna place naweza kwambia ti this even though inafaa kuwa, no, kuna manual. It's life. It goes vile inajisikia. So
during grief, is there depression?
As I said, grief comes with a lot of complex emotions. One day you might be angry, another day you might wake up and you feel you're okay, another day you might wake up and feel you are blaming everyone. So depression is also a part of that. At some point you might feel you're depressed. At some point you might feel you've gotten through it, and the next time you're not waking out of bed. So it's possible you can be depressed. It's very easy to find yourself in such a trap.
What kind of self-care can be done during grief?
Okay, so first of all, if you're going through something like this, self-care is very, very important. Like you're suffering, like your body needs some kind of care. You need to take a walk. You can take a walk, you can jog, whatever you feel like makes you happy. If you love swimming, go for it. If you have this hobby you love so much, just do it. Do something that you love. If you feel like your hair is not done, go make your hair. You cannot look bad and then feel bad at the same time. At least look good, feel good. So yeah, just take care of yourself. You're most importantly, and you're going through a hard time, so you need to look after yourself. It's very, very important.
Speak a little bit about hormone.
Okay, so I think this one is pretty soon because um, it's been a few months. We've not yet celebrated any important milestones so far. So, but I feel like if you've lost a loved one, 1, 2, 3 years, you need to find a way to create a memory for this person. Like for myself, I have an idea in mind. I have a very good idea in mind, but you guys are just going to have to stay hooked to this podcast until the last episode, and then we'll reveal the idea that I have, because I'm trying to build it. I'm trying to make something very memorable for my mother, and this is one of them. But yeah, there's another one coming. So make sure you guys follow. Make sure you follow.
Is there a disconnect that comes during grieving? Disconnect with friends and family?
Yeah, it's actually when you lose someone who is very, like when you lose a mother, a mother is like end on holding the family together, you get. So this person removed from the picture, it's very hard for you to connect with like the other family and friends. So if you don't put enough emphasis and effort to do that yourself, because this person was the one who's doing everything, now they're gone, it can possibly lead to you guys disconnecting, and yeah, it's not nice. So yeah, just try to make that effort to connect with your, especially through this hard time, connect with your siblings, connect with your family, connect with your aunts, your uncle. Just try to connect with people who may be going through the same, and just find a place where you guys, all of you, can heal, yeah, can grieve together, yeah.
How do you find meaning in all this?
So finding meaning and purpose in this kind of thing is probably you if someone important dies, you're not, you're not permanent or something. What is it? It's not temporary. Like your end is also coming, your end is also there. Like you can also go. If this person you've known for the last 25 years of your life is gone, it means you can also go. So this, like, inakupea a very different view of life. You need to appreciate every moment you have, every minute, every second. Sometimes you live your life, and sometimes you live your life like you do not appreciate, like unaishi tu, but life is these small things, that walk you take, this, like the smallest things, that's what makes life. So you need to appreciate the tiniest details. You get to spend time with your friend. Maybe that could be the last time you're seeing this friend. Just appreciate that moment you get to spend with your family, you get to spend with your friend, you get to live, the small things, the small things is what makes life. Because kwanza at this time kila mtu ako focused na like the future. Unataka kujua vile uta make do, unaona, like you fail to ignore, like you're doing something right now. This, whatever you're doing at this moment, is of importance. So yeah, so it's so lastly, I can say that this is going to be a really tough journey for me, and for anyone going through this, it's not going to be an easy journey. So we got this, guys. We got this. Let's keep going, and make sure you subscribe to this podcast. Make sure you listen, because I have more content coming. This was just an intro, so make sure you guys subscribe. And yeah, I love you guys. And finally, guys, shout out to Podstart Studios. This is the studio that has been able to make this happen for me, and I love these guys so much. Like, they're the awesomest. So make sure you follow them on Instagram, Podstart Studio. And yeah, so thank you guys. Bye.